So hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 3 Remastered. Zelgar is 115 speaking, and after taking down the ride via the elevator shaft, let me officially welcome you to RX Tech Mines. In today's level, we are again gonna get our hands on all 3 secrets. We are gonna find 5 crystals this time, 26 goodies, and unfortunately, as you could have seen on the sliding text at the beginning of the video, only land 24 out of 25 kills, which is absolutely infuriating, but unfortunately, it's just set up this way. I'm not aware of there being any breakable objects, but we'll see. But what we are gonna do is unlock 2 achievements. So first and foremost, achievement called Pest Control. This is something we don't need to especially focus on. As you can see, we just need to solve the mutant problem in RX Tech Mines and essentially land almost all the kills. Why did I say almost? Well, because it asks you to bring down all mutants in RX Tech Mines. But there's another living, breathing type of enemy in here, and that's flamethrower wielders, who all of a sudden are friendly. Yes, despite the fact that RX Tech employees on the surface were deadly and hostile, the ones inside the RX Tech Mines are suddenly friendly to Lara. And we will not need to keep them alive if we are interested in landing the highest possible number of kills, which I absolutely am. Guys, in case you feel bad about this, just remember, the moment you make it back onto the surface again in a future level, they'll be all hostile again. Have no mercy with these bastards. However, where you might want to reconsider is this level's second achievement called Who Goes There? Or something like that. For some reason it's called this way, and that asks you to make sure that the flamethrower wielders are the ones to land 7 killing blows on mutants. So here's the thing about this achievement. If you're not interested in having nice statistics, you can absolutely just run this level, not kill any flamethrower wielders, and make sure they kill 7 mutants without landing those kills yourselves. This will not invalidate the Pest Control achievement, and you can absolutely unlock both achievements in one run, which is what I assume most of you guys are interested in. And originally I planned to do it like this, and then make an entire separate all kills montage via all enemies later for nicer statistics. However, if like me you have completionist tendencies and are interested in getting all the kills and still unlocking both achievements, I found a much efficient order of doing things. So for this playthrough, we're just gonna land mercilessly all the kills on all the flamethrower wielders and all mutants but one, and I'll talk about that point once we reach it. And then towards the end of the video, I'm gonna make a bit of a bonus to show you just how quickly you can unlock Who Goes There achievement. Because it's really a matter of, I don't know, less than 5 minutes even to unlock that one, okay? So that's how we're gonna do things. For now, what I absolutely love to do is just to take a peek with the photo mode to the surface. Yeah, okay, this is literally a skybox, as in a box of sky. Or maybe we're trapped inside Krampus's snow globe, it's hard to say. This is what it looked like in the OG, it was supposed to be a sky. But anywho, the chase is on. Dr. Willard made it here with all our meteorite artifacts, thankfully leaving us with the collectible crystals. I guess those Lara put inside her backpack, not inside the bag she handed over to him. Now guys, listen to this sound. Okay, remember this sound. You need to hear it 5 more times for the overall amount of 6 before you are able to get it out of an almost endlessly repeating loop. So that was number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is right here. And now when you hear the 6th one, make sure to turn around and go back, otherwise you would just be stuck in an endless loop, which I find very funny. But eventually you'll get the idea that, hold on a sec, the way the doors move, they must be hiding one of them something, and this is indeed the one. Now be very careful. I know how tempting it is to, you know, crawl forward out of a crawl space in the remastered version of the game, but no, this is too much of a drop. Let's take advantage of the ladder over here, and we'll have to be real quick in case we're interested in landing all the kills. Right around the corner are 2 mutants. However, around the corner over there, there will be a flamethrower wielding enemy coming out soon and roasting these guys alive. And remember, in this first playthrough, we're interested to be the ones to land all the kills. So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a Desert Eagle out, kill the flamethrower wielder immediately. My god, that was a close call. And we didn't even take a picture of the flamethrower wielder. Oh, he up and disappeared. But I didn't want to take any chances and having to, you know, restart the level again. Now let's just quickly check. Yes, indeed, we've landed all 3 kills, and we are not poisoned, nor are we on fire. That is excellent news. Let's immediately pick these MP5 clips up. If, however, you're not interested in all the kills and just achievements, for who goes there, you would just have to wait here for the flamethrower wielder to kill them. By the way, the flamethrower wielders are in no danger from the muties. These mutants, kind of as we already learned during the Brundlefly unlocking achievement in Antarctica, they don't actually attack, they just spray poison, okay? So they will never deal damage with any attack, they will only inflict poison status effect on you, but NPCs like the flamethrower wielders are immune to that. And let me welcome you to one of the most fun levels of Tomb Raider 3. My god, I love this place so much. We are gonna go on 6 separate roller coasters. How cool is that? Okay, first of all, I'd just like to explain a couple of things. There is a door here, for which you probably already are familiar with this. We will absolutely need a crowbar to unlock it. Thankfully, this crowbar will just pick up once, and it's not gonna mess up our pickup count like it did in Antarctica. Behind this door is a battery, which is one of the 2 key items to make a large mechanism towards the end of the level work. What we need to do is, and I would personally recommend, explore the different areas of the mines from bottom all the way to the top, getting our hands on a couple of key items and also making accessible second secret behind this door. By the way, around the corner is the first secret. You can already grab it if you're so inclined, but it's much more efficient to just wait for a while and grab the first and second secrets right next to one another after we unlock this door. Leading to different parts of the level are 3 different race tracks, or I guess roller coasters is a better way, where Lara's gonna enter a minecart. I'm gonna explain the controls in a sec, and just know that each time you enter a minecart, you will face a unique gauntlet, a unique roller coaster on your way to the next destination, and then you'll have to face another one on the way to the back. By the way, only 5 of these 6 rides are mandatory. The very final one, if you take it once you have all the necessary items, you never need to take a return trip. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you what the return trip looks like, okay? So first things first, there seems to be a bit of an office building at the very top. However, this one is purely optional, but it's needed for the Pest Control achievement. When you enter in, you can turn on the light. Keep in mind this camera angle, it shows you the corner to the left, and that's because something's watching us. It just didn't come out yet. Now I'm gonna take the MP5 and immediately turn around and shoot it. And there was Muty the Mutant, just lying in wait, okay? So this is absolutely needed for all kills and Pest Control. But yeah, there's nothing else in this office, just blinking light, and the map of Antarctica we've already seen in the previous level, okay? It's a bit of a bummer, you will feel like you missed something, but no. And via the windows you can actually take a sneak peek that there's a crawl space to the first secret of the level. Yeah, that's essentially it, so I just wanted to show you that. And also, when it comes to these roller coasters and, you know, race tracks, this RX Tech Mines amusement park, which I absolutely adore, I really can't recommend enough starting at the bottom and working our way to the top. God, I love this level, it's so good. Okay, let's take care of this fella. Again, let's not waste Desert Eagle where we don't have to. And now, my friends, I'm gonna enter the first minecart and explain the controls. So, press the action to enter. You can, by the way, look around using the look key and looking left or right. You cannot do it up and down. You also cannot draw flares. But one thing you can do, and which we're going to take advantage of, is press the crawl key and Lara will duck inside, avoiding obstacles like this. When you release the button, she'll pop out. Make sure to now press the action key. She will hit her wrench and avoid a path of certain doom, because this would be a deadly full stop, okay? You can see these switches, we'll be seeing I think 4 or 5 of them over the entirety of all the racetracks, and you'll just need to keep them in mind. And again, let's duck, because we see those obstacles. Okay, awesome. Now we're gonna take a turn. Usually these kinds of turns have unique camera angles, not this time around. And by the way, you can also press the jump key to brake. But it did nothing now, because this right here is a scripted full stop. It will stop whenever. Press the roll key and choose the direction you want to disembark with, and Lara will hop like that, okay? Let's not forget the crystal over here, and let me just take a look what's behind the snow mound here. Ah, different part of a racetrack. That's pretty damn cool. I love these previews. So I intentionally wanted to take the bottom path, and I'm gonna explain why in a sec. Let's press a button, and we are gonna enter the scariest part of the level. This is why, guys, last time we talked, I told you not to watch this Let's Play in complete darkness when you're on your own. Oh boy. Now there should be a slippery slope down. Oh, there it is. Because we don't want to take any damage whatsoever until we reach the final part of the level. I have an ambition to beat this level without using a medpack. We'll see. Now, unfortunately, there's an ear-splitting noise over here. My god. And a steam is supposed to be rising from under the floorboards, but yeah, it's not too visible. Let's get the Desert Eagle out. Okay, need to be very careful. There is a spawn point for a very big boy there. Oh my god. Shoot! Lara, you missed with one shot. God damn it, that's infuriating. Okay, guys, I want to introduce you, despite the noise, to a much larger mutant. Let's see. Okay, doesn't illuminate anything, unfortunately, so we'll have to do it outside of the photo mode. But we've seen those protrude faces before. These guys have mutated differently. One of their arms turned into a spike, and one of their legs turned into a hoof. It's like their evolution stopped midway, and now the body disappeared altogether. Why is this happening in the remastered version? I don't know. It's a bit infuriating. But yeah, guys, these ones are big and fast, and unfortunately, we're gonna encounter another one whilst we're completely vulnerable. That's right. And don't worry, I'm gonna take a proper picture of these fellas, but under better lighting conditions. Let's get under the floorboards, because you could have caught a glimpse of two goodies under them. Shotgun shells and a rocket. Oh my god, it's over us. Ah, see? Ah, and you can actually almost hear hoof sounds, which is really terrifying, like demons from hell. Oh. I can't imagine those guys actually feeling particularly good being half mutated like that, so think of it as putting them out of the misery. Now, if you want to redraw a flare when crawling, press the weapon holster key and then the flare key, and Lara will be able to do it. She's not able to draw flares whilst fully prone, she needs to be kind of crouched to do that. Now, if we're gonna be lucky, that Muty the Mutant should be waiting for us around the corner. Oh no, it's right here. Oh, this is not good. See, I need to figure out a way to take it down, and Lara will of course not aim, without taking damage. And how the hell are we gonna do that? I have no idea. But hey guys, we've done well so far, so let me save the game here. And now we could somersault from here, or... Oh, wait, he moved. He moved. Oh, that's excellent. You know what? I'm just gonna draw another flare. I can still hear the hoof sounds. Using the photo mode, I'm gonna peek around the corner. Yeah, I don't really see anything here. That could mean he's around the corner there. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. If you want to have any chance of beating this level without using a medpack, you are not to take damage from any enemy, okay? It's very important, I can't stress this out enough. If you've played this level before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're in for a treat. Okay, well, dare I say we handled that very nicely, but this is not the end of the big muties. Oh, not by a long shot. Let me take a sip of my morning coffee, though. I think I've earned it. Even though I almost got a heart attack, and maybe I should not have caffeine, but let's see. Okay, cool. So guys, you officially made it through the scariest part of the level, but not the most dangerous one, okay? Oh, it's gonna get so much worse, but I love it. I'm all here for this challenge. So, first things first. You can, of course, also disembark from the ladder on that side. It actually has a door over there that we will open from the other side. And there's also a door with a button here, but that's gonna serve as a way back once we conclude things completely. Let's first press this one. And enter a crawl space, but only very briefly. And don't worry, we're not gonna be in a situation again where, you know, we'll be in a crawl space that there's gonna be a giant mutant waiting for us. Nothing like that, thankfully. When we really are at our most vulnerable. No, nothing like that. So this one is pretty damn funny. On the outside, you will see another big Muty the Mutant, and this guy is gonna open the door for you. Probably smash it open because he wants to kill you, but still, I just love it. You know, he's a doorman, very considerate. I would like to take a better shot of him with a spike. Oh, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this. This was a person once upon a time. That's absolutely horrifying. And it's still a little bit dark, but you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna capture him from this side. Yeah, I think this works. And we're also gonna do it from this side. I just wanna capture the last remaining bits of humanity in this thing, which is actually the most terrifying part, let's be honest. And you are safe on this ledge, which is awesome, okay? Now he's gonna hang around outside. I can again hear the hoof sound. But let's go down to convince him he has a chance. Oh! Okay, I thought it takes 5 shots with shotgun. Then again, it takes 5 shots with Desert Eagle, so there's that. Maybe with closer range and perfect accuracy and no pellet scatter, that would be the case. And guys, this is the only big mutant that drops something. A lovely care package, a small med pack, and Uzi clips, okay? So take advantage of that. Okay, we're gonna leave the button alone for now. By the way, if it dies in there, you want to make sure you can also close the doors on him, which is pretty damn funny. The button on this side works, but it seems the mutie smashed the button on this side, and this one does absolutely nothing, okay? Just wanted to show you that. And look at this, guys. We're gonna go for a dunk in the freezing lake over here, yep. Part of an excavation, we're gonna pick up this care package and immediately make it to the surface. There's another item we want to get there, but do not do it in one swim. Look, we already wasted 2/3 of the temperature bar, right? There is a sort of handle at the very bottom of that lake we want to pick up immediately. Okay, so somehow Lara manages to warm up here, don't ask me how, but I'm sure glad she does. And now, let's pick this up. Yay! And up we go, see? If you split your efforts into 2 sessions, it's fine. Winch starter. So this is one of the 2 key items we need to make a mechanism at the end of the 3rd roller coaster racetrack work, okay? The other being a battery, which we kind of, I already hinted at, is behind the large door in the hub area, but for that we need a crowbar, okay? So they just kept it a bit varied like that. Alrighty then, now this part I'm really scared about, but let's see what we can do. There's a button, and I would very much like to not get hit by the mutie here. Oh, made it to the ledge, awesome. Oh my god, they can jump. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay, I've never seen them do that jump. Actually, that was pretty damn cool. I like that a lot. Okay, this guy doesn't drop anything. None of the big muties will ever drop anything. Although I think we'll only see 1 more inside this level. And that's it. No more muties quite like this for the rest of the game. We're actually gonna see the full evolution in the following level. Which is actually way less creepy. It looks really cool. Okay, and finally we are at this crossroads. Remember, we climbed up the ladder. I told you that door is closed. We chose there, and I told you this is the way back once we wrap up our business, and that's exactly what we did. Awesome. So back into the minecart. Now let's see if I remember this one. I think we'll need to hit a switch with the action key and time it well to pick up a collectible crystal. Okay, let's duck. Oh, let's immediately break. Okay. If Lara goes with high speeds in sharp turns like these, the minecart's gonna flip over and you're gonna instantly die. Which, don't get me wrong, is pretty damn funny, but I would still like to avoid that. I think I already see the switch. Immediately, let's get up. Awesome. Now we're gonna take the longer route here. To be honest, this switch is vicious. Unless you know in advance, you're gonna miss it. But there we go. Good thing is, even if you miss it, you can just retake this roller coaster again. You know, the way here and the path back. Now knowing that the switch is there. And just smack it, and that's essentially it. Oh, I didn't need to lower our head, so that's pretty neat. And guys, we finished with the bottom level, yay! By the way, what can occasionally happen is that the minecarts are supposed to make a full stop in these pre-scripted tiles. Occasionally, that will not happen, and you'll start running forward into the racetrack again, which is infuriating when that happens. It happened to me a couple of times, but only when I was ducking inside the minecart, so maybe that's what can trigger the bug. So I guess the lesson to be learned there is just, you know, do not duck when you don't need to, running past these points. Anywho, let's take the middle one. This one I think was the trickiest one for me to figure out, unless I'm mistaking it for the return trip one, we'll see. because there's a certain point where you need to brake, but not too much, because you can't go too fast or too slow, or that's gonna result in your death, but we'll see. For now, let's just do absolutely nothing. Oh, and by the way, you can lean inside the car. You can lean to the right, and you can lean to the back, and that can offset some of those sharp turns. But for example, here, you don't need to do anything. No leaning needed. But let's brake now, and release the brake, and let the speed build up naturally now, okay? This is the ideal speed to not die at the sharp turn and overcome this bit right here, okay? And now, be ready to hit a switch. By the way, this is the point which infuriates me so much. This flamethrower wielder will kill the mutant, and there's no way for you to prevent it and snag that kill. Unless, of course, you can somehow find your way here without the minecart, which I don't know how you would pull off given the slippery slopes everywhere, but yeah. So this is the one and only enemy I have not figured out how to kill, and whom we are gonna miss. But don't worry, revenge is gonna be sweet, because we're gonna take care of the flamethrower. There. Okay, that was a bit risky. He could have started spewing out flames and that'd be the end of our journey, but oh well. So yeah, this is why we'll land 24 of 25 kills, the mutie over here. If you guys know of a way to land the kill, please let me know, I would really appreciate it. Now I think the easiest way to overcome this is just flip like that. Now let me light up a flare here, and in exchange for this flare, I'm gonna show you how to get a whole box of flares. How awesome is that? And it's right over here, very easy to miss. It reminds me of the box of flares in Nevada desert, behind the cave next to the TNT crate, which if you wouldn't pick up on time, would just blow up and cave in and you wouldn't be able to get it back. That's exactly what this reminds me of. Okay. Now let's flip forward. Get rid of the flare. And I think I'm gonna slide over on this side. You wanna make a drop all the way to the left as much as possible. This is gonna conserve your health, but unfortunately mandatory damage will be taken, which is absolutely infuriating. Now guys, if you'll forgive me, this is gonna be a very dangerous encounter, and I would very much like to save the game here again, because preservation of health is the name of the game here. Yep, that's right. And we barely didn't take any damage. My god, that was close. And we used Desert Eagle as well. By the way, if you're not interested in all the kills, you don't even need to go here and trigger this fella. But of course, we want the Pest Control achievement, which I assume it's tied to also the big mutants, not just the small ones. So at least for the achievement, you do need to trigger him. Anywho, let's get down safely via grabbing this slippery slope. And now it's all gonna be about doing a bit of an awkward descent down, okay? Awesome. And what I'd like to do here... Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you another purely optional mutant, but they're not optional if you want all the achievements, of course, for the Pest Control. Thankfully, you stay on this block. He's not gonna be able to do anything to you. And in case you're wondering, there's absolutely nothing in this tunnel over here, okay? So you don't need to bother. I love this pose, by the way. It's great. Okay, so another mutie taken care of. Another kill in the bag. And now we'll need to shimmy a bit to the left before making a drop and regrab. Again, you'll want to do it from a height that seems safe. But I guess it's already safe here. Let's just make it to the final square, like this. Awesome. Okay. And now you might be thinking that the bottom floor is our destination, you know, with the little lamp in the center. But actually, no, it's a bit of a fake out. If you go there, you'll just be attacked by a mutant. Instead, we're gonna be smart about this. We're gonna shimmy to the left square here. Ah, there. And now we've triggered the mutie. And now we can take him down safely from here. Awesome. And we don't need to go down there whatsoever, so again, let me use the photo mode. See, it's just an empty cavern. Where we need to go, in fact, is climb into this hole over here. And there, we're gonna encounter another small mutant, but the problem is, we'll still be crawling. And I think that's gonna be the first and final instance where we are actually gonna use guns whilst crawling to kill an enemy, which honestly feels great. But let's see if I'll get the timing of this thing right. Let's stay on the right side of this square. Okay, we have the Desert Eagle out, so let's roll forward, immediately get the gun out. if Lara misses one of these shots, you might get screwed, and the mutant might get closer and still spray you with poison, but thankfully, that didn't happen. Let's get MP5 out. What I want to do is kill the flamethrower wielder before he can kill muties for us, because we're the ones that are going to land all the kills, not him. Okay, that's one. Then, there's another one. And there's gonna be a third. Ah, there it is. Okay. Crawling like little creepy babies. Okay, that's it. By the way, guys, it goes without saying that this flamethrower wielder is a key to unlocking the Who Goes There achievement, but I'm gonna show that to you as a bonus at the end of the video. For now, let's pick up the crowbar. Guys, you know what this means, right? We can finally open the door at the hub area and get our hands on the battery, which is the second key item we really need, okay? Awesome. For now, I don't think I need to light the flare for this, but yeah. Let's take a dive in the icy pool over here, pick up the rocket, and immediately get back, okay? Again, I can't tell you how useful it is to drift and turn Lara around during that pickup animation. Nothing else in the pool, so we don't need to worry. Oh, almost lost my voice there. Let's climb up here, and this is crucial in case you are interested in all the secrets, which is why I imagine you are watching a Let's Play guide like this. Let's shimmy all the way to the left, and we'll press a button that will finally unlock the second secret, meaning it's now gonna be a worthwhile trip for the first secret as well in the central hub area, okay? Now let's see it. And again, we have the puzzle element theme playing, which again makes me feel incredibly cold, which is appropriate. I guess the green light over here is supposed to be a hint that it opens the door next to the other green light. I don't think there are any other green lights in this level, or maybe there are on some of those roller coasters, who knows. Okay, awesome. And now, what we're gonna do is essentially go there. I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut to do that, but I kind of want to do this the way the developers intended. And they turned it into quite the fun jumping challenge. So let's see if I can do this without a mistake. And without stopping and aligning. Okay, one more, Miss Croft. Please, you got this, girl. Woohoo! Nice. Oh, that made me happy. Okay, this is our way out. And we're gonna go through an area which really makes me think like, okay, now the illusion is broken. I know this is a video game, not an actual mine. Because there's gonna be this really awkwardly placed mining equipment, which is just gonna serve as obstacles, which is pretty damn funny at the same time. By the way, it's completely safe to somersault through these. I don't know why, I feel like it shouldn't, but there you have it. And look, this is what I'm talking about. This is what always makes me, you know, realize, oh wait, we are inside a video game. Just this random annoying drilling machinery. It's not really even excavating anything useful, it's just there to serve as an obstacle. To be fair, the first one served as a warning, you know, it wasn't really an obstacle, it wasn't in the way, but the other two absolutely will be. So let's be careful and get close without touching these things. And that's it, you don't even need to turn into sprint or anything like that. Okay, awesome. And that's it, we're never gonna see these things ever again. Yeah, a bit underutilized, aren't they? But hey, an extra asset for Tomb Raider level editor, I guess, for all those talented modders out there. And oh boy, I don't like this one at all. Okay, so we are gonna be ambushed by a small mutie from a very awkward angle. First, what always worked for him was jump, land a few bullets, and now just keep firing. But let's just be safe rather than sorry. Okay, cool. Didn't seem like it poisoned us, which is just as well. Oh my god, I don't want to get closer. Lara? Would you like to reenact the human centipede with this fella? No, probably not. Okay, let's just drop down without taking any falling damage via shimming to the right over here. I'm not sure if we would have taken any falling damage, but hey, I don't want to risk it. And back to the minecart. And now is the time when I feel I should save, but you know what? I'm gonna be a cocky bastard and not do it, and let's see how that turns out. To be fair, I practiced these roller coasters like crazy. I wasn't satisfied until I could do all 6 of them without making a single mistake, so let's see if that practice paid off somehow. Are there gonna be overhead obstacles? Do we need to climb in, or what's gonna be the big idea? Oh no, I think we're just gonna need to brake at a correct moment. Oh, look at all these cool angles. It really is a roller coaster. I love it so much. Oh, break! Oh, okay. And now we need to hit a switch. And of course, goes without saying, you need to time the wrench smack properly with the action key to do that. Okay. We avoided certain doom, and whenever you're unsure, you can just, you know, feel free to duck like this, I guess. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oof. See, it's hidden in the shadow. How vicious is that? Okay, and now what? Okay, so we duck again, and I think that's it. We're gonna be... Oh no, we need to break. Ah! And there we are. I always forget about this final turn before the hub. Anywho, guys, we have a crowbar. You know what that means. We're finally gonna crack that door open. And also get our hands on the first two secrets of the level, which are next to one another. Okay, so first things first. There we go. Now, unfortunately, it leads to such an unimpressive, boring room. It's just sort of a hollow, empty, dark, dead-end tunnel. I feel like just one environmental object, you know, like a storage shelf or something like that, would have done a lot to not break the immersion that this is just a video game, but oh well. This is actually where I feel Tomb Raider Chronicles really did an outstanding job, with just clutter and miscellaneous objects to make environments feel truly immersive. Okay. But then again, that could be a bit more difficult to telegraph to the player what they need to interact with if there's so much stuff. Okay. And I think, actually, Angel of Darkness in this regard did the best job of the classic Tomb Raiders. That is, if you consider Angel of Darkness a classic Tomb Raider. Difficult to say, because, you know, different generation of consoles, different engine altogether, different direction. But still, core era team. Okay, so let's shimmy so that we see that crawl space. This, my friends, doubles as a leather texture, which is absolutely invaluable. And this is much easier than trying to hit the right spot in Lud's Gate. You just need to backflip at the very bottom, press roll and hold action key, and that's it. By now you have mastered this from Tomb Raider 2. And let me welcome you to the first secret, which has grenades. I'm not sure we're gonna make really that much use of them in the next level, but we'll see. And taking the drop down here, you are gonna encounter the second secret with a mutie. So let's just be careful and not rush headlong into danger. And this way we should be fine. What's really cool about this is that this secret is placed right next to a racetrack, or a roller coaster, however you want to call these. And we've passed this one. We could have seen... Oh my god, Lara, what are you doing? Well, at least she didn't take falling damage. It's really difficult to see what's slippery here and what isn't. My god, this is very annoying. Okay, let's just make it over here. But yeah, you could have caught a glimpse of this care package and a crystal when we made it through that slope over there some time ago. So this is essentially it. And again, always happy to see Desert Eagle clips. They'll be invaluable. And also, we'll need to be very mindful of our MP5 shots count in the next level for an achievement in the level after. But I'm not gonna, you know, talk about that now. Now guys, I'm very sad about this, but we are gonna have to take some more damage, unfortunately. You might be thinking that forward crawl out of this crawl space, which leads to safer safety drops, is the way to go, but no, because Lara needs to hit this exact spot to minimize damage, and if you somersault forward from here, she will in fact end up landing somewhere over here, much lower, and take more damage. I did the manual comparison with full health bar just to compare the damage. Instead, we're gonna do the old-fashioned drop and take an almost invisible amount of falling damage, but it's still too much, given how difficult it is to pull off this level without using a med pack, but we'll see. Okay guys, so that's it. We have both the secrets here. We use the crowbar to get the battery, we have the winch starter. All we need to do now is get to the very top, and I'm gonna show you the final roller coaster. And this one is a doozy. You know what you need to do? You just need to hold the crawl key, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. It's that easy. To be fair, this is number 5 of 6, and I also want to show you number 6, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. But look, still holding the crawl key. Still holding the crawl key. And guess what, guys? There are now overhead drills. You know what that means. That means we are still gonna be holding the crawl key. Okay, you can let go of the crawl key now. That's it. That's literally the entire challenge. Now, to be fair, there's no strict order in which you tackle these things. You might also tackle this one first to figure out, oh, I guess we need 2 key items. One over here and one over here. To be fair, I would never have figured out that this is a slot for a key item as a kid, but anyway. So yeah, That's it. Now, we only took 5 of the 6 roller coasters, guys. So, you don't need to do this if by this point you have the winch starter and the battery. But, of course I'm gonna show you. Come on, I'm not gonna be that dirt cheap. I'm gonna regret those words if we die here, because I haven't saved in quite a while. Next to the final big mutant, I think. So first, let's dug. And this is also the one I remember the least. What's worse, we cannot draw a flare here, which sucks a little. Now, these camera angles are vicious. They can make you miss a switch that's gonna be around the corner of one of these pretty soon. Oh, let's break. Oh, okay. And there's a switch here. Wait, what's the camera doing? Oh, no! Come on, guys, you've seen me press the action key and smack it. Oh, what the hell was that? Gosh darn it. Maybe if I was to break sooner and Lara would be at slower speeds, we would make it. So yeah, now I'm paying the price for my cockiness because I wanted to show you this final racetrack. Oh, gosh darn it. And I was this close to saving. Anywho, guys, I'll see you back at this spot. We are gonna defeat the final racetrack no matter what. Okay, guys, I'm back with one Desert Eagle shot lower. Unfortunately, Lara's accuracy suffered a little in that crawl space, but anywho, let's give this another go. I guess what I'm gonna try and do differently this time is just to brake for longer, so that it will be at a less of an overall speed, and I'll have more time and accuracy to hit that switch. That seems like a good idea to me, but let's put that to the test. Brake for longer. Let's interrupt the camera angle because it's not helping at all. Yes! Oh my god, but didn't I do exactly the same thing like last time? I'm so confused. That really must have been off by a microsecond. Ah, so unlucky. Now if I remember correctly, we'll need to brake again and hit another switch again. Let's interrupt all these fancy camera angles just to be sure. Okay, so no, just to duck here. See, another switch. Good thing we interrupted the angle. Okay, glad to see this switch is now being responsive. Oh boy. Whoa! Brake. Okay, it seems like the 6th optional one, that is, if you have all the key items when you need them, is the toughest. Okay, guys, so despite the little mishap, I'm glad I was able to show you all the roller coasters of RX Tech Mines. You know, I just couldn't go on and continue knowing that I only shown you 5 out of 6. And now, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna duck here, hide away from all my problems. I'm gonna see you when we're back at the correct spot. Because ducking is all you need for this penultimate roller coaster. Alright, no more minecart driving, okay? Lara, this isn't Minecraft. Nor Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Which is where I think the inspiration came from, actually. Alrighty then, so let me explain the gist of the next area to you guys. So, what we see here is not a submarine, like Bartoli's henchman used to use, it's a diving bell. See, it creates an air pocket inside of it. Kind of an old technology used back in, I think, 16th century for the first time that's been recorded. Anyway, it's been around. It's just very simple physics. The problem is not the mass of water in our oxygen bar, the problem is of course the low freezing temperatures. What we need to do is we need to dive all the way down here. The problem is that we would freeze to death. Of course you can offset that with popping medpacks, however, not really, because of this gate. Unfortunately, this little gate prevents you from speedrunning here with popping medpacks without the winch and the battery. What we need the winch and the battery for is to lower the diving bell so that we'll essentially have it here as a base of operations midway point to that gate. This means that we'll take a couple of repeated dives into the freezing temperatures that should not ideally be lethal to us, okay? Let me explain what I'm talking about. I think it makes more sense to first put the battery in, then the winch, right? But you can do it even the other way, but it just is a bit immersion breaking for me. Either one of these is gonna show you the diving bell, first of all, not moving, and then actually being lowered and moving, okay? Fun fact, by the way, I need to show you the insides of the diving bell. Oh, wait, what? It lowered already? What's going on? So, hold on a sec. Aha! So, interesting thing, when we first took a peek into the diving bell, there was no large medpack. Once you lower it, there is a large medpack. The weird thing is, it was not yet supposed to lower. So I guess putting the battery in lowers it, but putting the winch in opens this gate. But at the same time, look at this. It's just now gonna show us the diving bell lowering. Look at this. See? This doesn't make sense. What the hell? So it resets it back up to just show it lowering? Or is this some off-screen camera shot somewhere outside the boundaries of the level? I have no bloody idea. Okay, this is some serious cinema trickery used here at play. But first of all, guys, we'll need to dive into that corner over there. Now, I'm still not gonna save, which I might regret horribly. I at least wanna make it into this air pocket over here. Please, Miss Croft, do not get stuck. Okay, let's warm ourselves up. And now for the fun part, because I want to make it to the diving bell without freezing to death. And inside the diving bell, after picking up the large medpack, I want to make the save. Otherwise, our save count would just increase by 10 billion or something. Okay, let me just scout ahead with the photo mode, and we'll need to go down immediately. And this is a bit tricky to not get stuck in this thing, even though you can pass through it. I mean the ceiling over here. Immediately go up and climb up. Let's do it. Okay. Miss Croft, please cooperate. Okay. Woo. We had a bit of an off-screen climb there, but that's still good. Alrighty then. Good. And this is where I'm gonna save, but first of all, I would like to align myself correctly. Now, guys, I never even knew it's possible to finish the level without using a medpack until I watched Nondescript Midnight's guide on how to pull this off. And even they struggled for a while, and it took a couple of attempts despite having 6 speedrunning skills. And I'm gonna try to reproduce their strategy to however well I can. So first of all, now that we use the winch starter, this thing has opened and we'll need to make a swim here, then turn here, and get into this air pocket. The reason they're dropping large medpacks everywhere is that all this contains unavoidable damage. The question isn't whether we make it here in time before we start freezing to death. The question is how much damage we take. And I would like to take no more damage to have at least 60-65% health remaining, because that's the only way we can then do the final swim without dying and using a medpack, okay? Now, to align ourselves perfectly for a swan dive, let's throw a flare, and this will essentially mark the spot. Perfect, that should be it. So guys, I'm gonna finally make a save here, and this can take billion attempts, but I'm not about to give up. Full disclosure, by the way, I never ever managed to pull this off. Not on PS4, not on PS5, not on GOG, but this time I am determined. Okay, make sure to swan dive like this. There we see our flares dropping. And now, immediately turn right. Same gist here. Miss Croft. Oh my god, that was so good. I think. Okay, just to be safe, I'm gonna save the game here, but on a separate save slot, okay? I think we can actually pull this off, guys. We have roughly those 60-65% health remaining, so let's wait for Lara to warm up. And now I'm gonna give this a couple of attempts, and let's see if we can actually pull this off without using a medpack. This is in fact so difficult that even retro achievements didn't ask us to do it. For the PlayStation 1 version, if you're using DuckStation emulator, you can unlock all sorts of achievements for classic Tomb Raiders. Anyway, long story short, every single level in the game has an achievement to beat it, finding all secrets, not loading, and not using any medpacks. But RX Tech Mines specifically allow you to use a medpack because of this nonsense. It's the only level across all 5 PS1 games that allows you to do this. That's how tough it is. Anywho, separate save slot, and let's give this a go. I think just running into it like this should do the trick. Let's see, let's try to nab the crystal as well, but honestly that's not a priority. Let's just try and survive the climb, Miss Croft. Yes! We did it! Okay, we haven't beaten the level yet, but my god! I am gonna beat RX Tech Mines and the entire Tomb Raider 3 without using a medpack, my god. Okay, first of all, we haven't yet taken a picture of these flamethrower wielders. Look at that cool posture over there. You know what? This is actually pretty damn awesome. I'm gonna take a picture of you. OG graphics, sure. And also, now that I have you immortalized in a lovely picture, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, and down you go. This guy, by the way, is not able to kill a single mutant, despite the fact that there are gonna be 3 spawning in this area. So by this point, if you haven't unlocked Who Goes There achievement, you kind of need to restart the level. I'm actually gonna talk more about that later. But first of all, there is a small mutant here, but the flamethrower wielder is unable to kill this guy. I did very thorough testing on this as well. My god, I'm so happy we pulled that off. Whew. Look at that health bar. But hey, 100% health or 1% health bar doesn't matter. Lara is as fit as a fiddle. Okay. And now, 2 more muties. We'll be able to take them from safe range. And one's gonna go from that corner over there. And there we go, Pest Control. Solve that mutant problem in RX Tech Mines. So, despite the fact we weren't the ones to land all the killing blows on the muties, I think we killed, what was it, 20 out of 21. And one was killed by the flamethrower wielder. We still unlock the achievement, which is why I said that Who Goes There and Pest Control you can even do in one run if you don't care about nice statistics and kills. By the way, something I gotta show you. Look how goofy these guys used to look in the OGs, and they turned them into sort of more serious Moai Easter Island statues. I think it makes sense, especially given the FMV at the beginning of the game, you know, showing these being excavated. But there's something about these goofy fellas that, you know, I miss with their eyes. That really used to cheer me up in the original. Okay, and now let's just side flip here, and this should just about work. And I think it's easy not to take any damage for the remainder of the level. Okay, I'm definitely lighting a flare here. This, my friends, is the 3rd and final secret. But there is still one pickup we are missing after this, if I am not mistaken. We took the small medpack on the roof of the building. Yes, perfect. Oh, these are the stats I love to see. So, it should be a grenade pickup. But you know, grenades are something we really could have used in the Antarctica level, but in the next one, I'm just not so sure. But who knows? There are no barriers to creativity. And yeah, let's make a running one. Okay, now this is incredibly awkward, because this isn't treated as a tile. This is treated as, you know, sides of a tile, so even if you try to safety walk, it will realign Lara to all sorts of weird angles and directions. See, this is what I'm talking about. But this should be good. Okay. No pickup there over there, by the way, even though it looks like that. And now for the grenades. And after we pick these up, we'll just need to make another jump. My god, I am so happy I did this without using a medpack. The amount of practice and effort that went into this, well, look, I'm not gonna spend time praising myself, but I just hope it shows. Okay, and now up we go. After this, Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelation will be so ridiculously easy to beat without using a medpack, except for one single corridor in the Citadel Gate level, where we'll use probably 1.5 medpack. But anywho, that's it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna press the button. I'm gonna enter. Even though this is not the final square, I'm gonna save here, because if we take the next step, the gate behind us is gonna close, so I'm gonna save here, and let's see those stat screens. There we go. So my friends, this was RX Tech Mines, a longer level than Antarctica, and way more difficult, but we found all its 3 secrets, all its 5 crystals, we picked up all 26 goodies, and unfortunately landed only 24 possible kills out of the overall 25 enemies. Seriously guys, if you know of a way to prevent that flamethrower wielder from killing the small mutant next to the middle racetrack end, please let us all know. I think we would all appreciate it. I did some digging and research online, but I just found nothing. Furthermore, beating RX Tech Mines without using a medpack is an absolutely ridiculous achievement. The fact that not even retro achievements ask you to do this, that's speaking volumes. And we have not broken any breakable objects, because there were none. But whilst we unlock the Pest Control for making sure all the mutants are dead, whether via our hands or those of the flamethrower wielders, we actually now need to go back and unlock the Who Goes There achievement. So I'm gonna see you back at the beginning of the level and show you just how quickly you can unlock it. Alrighty guys, back at the beginning where it all started, and I just want to show you just how quickly you can unlock Who Goes There, okay? It's really easy if you know just where to go and don't spend your time doing anything that's gonna sidetrack us from that objective. Okay, remember 6th is the one we're interested in hearing. It should be just this one. Perfect. Now let's go all the way back. And essentially we are gonna tackle this in groups of 2, 1 and then 4 will finish the job. That's how we're gonna do it, equipping the help of 3 of those flame wielders. By the way, make sure to drop the flare here first, because Lara would die trying to use, you know, release and re-grab ladder drop technique if her flare will go out. She just has an odd way of prioritizing things. Okay, perfect. And now we can essentially, I don't know, even pick up the bullets here, it doesn't really matter, and enjoy the show. You are perfectly safe here from the fire and from poison, okay? Look at them, they almost crawl like innocent little babies. Or seals, they do remind me of seals somewhat. So that's it, 2 of these guys down. As a reward in this, I guess, achievement playthrough, we're just gonna leave the flamethrower wielders alone and alive. Plus, I also don't want to get into risk of catching fire. And once we reach the hub over here, all we want to do is take the middle track, okay? Because we want to reach the cavern. Well, first of all, we want to reach the entry point where with the one and only missable kill in this level. But for the purposes of Who Goes There achievement, that's perfect. That's going to be 3rd one down. Okay, I feel like my racetrack 6 memories have erased all my racetrack number 3 memories, but let's see how well I'll remember this. Oh no, I remember now. We'll just need to break at a single point. Cool, okay. And it's not this one. It is this one. Perfect. Okay, and now, around the corner, you can already witness the flamethrower wielder slaughtering the 3rd mutant. Okay, let's hit the switch. Okay, that takes care of that. And now, I'm gonna show you a trick so that the next flamethrower wielder will essentially kill 4 of these guys. That's it. Okay. Look how quickly we can get through the level, this is amazing. I'm also gonna be curious about the overall time of this. Alrighty. Down we go. And we just wanna ignore all the optional nooks and crannies with muties. We only want to continue further into the room with the crowbar. However, on our way there, remember the crawl space mutant? That guy we will not kill, instead we'll leave him alive and lure him to the next flamethrower wielder in the room with the 3 remaining mutants. And that's the trick for Who Goes There, really, it's as easy as that. Also, for this run we don't care about getting poisoned or popping medpacks or anything like that, so it really couldn't be easier. Now I also heard Nondescript Midnight mentioning that the mutant down in this pit can apparently poison you if you're shimmying here. I don't know how. Heck, he didn't even seem to have spawned, to be honest, so, okay, good for us. Let's just continue. Maybe that's some minor difference between Remastered and original version. So this guy, keep him alive, despite the poison spray, and let the flamethrower wielder take care of all 4 of them, okay? That's the important thing here. And by the way, don't get into the flamethrower wielder's line of fire, literally line of fire, because he can also set Lara on fire, despite that not being their intention. Okay, number 4. Number 5 is right over there. By the way, the achievement will only unlock upon the death and dying animation, okay? So it will take a while for it to pop up. Okay, there's another one. And there should be one coming from the back, but the flamethrower wielder already recognized the threat. Very good. So that is number 6, and my friends, only 1 more to go over here. Again, let's just ensure we are out of the line of fire, although we can douse ourselves in the pool of water. And upon the death animation finishing, the achievement will pop. There we go. Who Goes There? Make flamethrower guard meet 7 mutants in 1 walkthrough. Let's see the time. Ha! Under 5 minutes. How awesome is that? Okay, guys. This is great. So, I showed you how to 100% things minus 1 kill, unfortunately, how to beat the level without using a medpack, and of course we did a very short 5-minute run for Who Goes There achievement. Awesome! Now, before I say my farewell, I of course want to thank my absolutely amazing patrons. Blind Goopel, Mick, Severin Drax, Enstickle, KT Danger, and Boo the 2. Thank you guys so much for being my loyal Winstons, and for giving all those little crawling muties some mint chewing gum to improve their horrible breath. Next, I would like to give big thanks to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkey, Karavetu, Renegade Derny, and Blanket Fox. Thank you guys so much for your support, and also for setting Lara up with her own therapist. She will need their help after witnessing this. It's gonna take some time until she will again overcome her fear of dark places. I would also like to give special thanks to both of my brave veteran Winstons, Andrea Pavilianiti and Alexander. Thank you both so much for your valiant support of the channel, and also for conditioning Lara to take those midnight swims under moonlight in winter, increasing her low temperature tolerance and essentially preparing her for making the ultimate swim today. Thanks to you guys, we've beaten RX Tech Mines without using a medpack. And finally, I would like to give one very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for your long and generous support of the channel, and also for in the past taking the time to take little Lara to amusement parks and driving roller coasters with her. Who knew that would come in handy one day when she would be exploring the RX Tech Mines facility? Thanks to your time spent with her, she knew exactly when to take those sharp turns, when to apply brakes, and when to keep her head and hands inside the cart without losing them. And on a final note, I'd like to say thanks to my free Patreon members as well as to you guys for watching and making it to the end of the video. I hope you found it useful. It was an absolute roller coaster of emotions. Now, we are only 1 week away from the next Remastered trilogy from releasing, and we have 3 more levels to tackle, including the biggest, toughest one, the Lost City of Tinos. How I'll pull this off, I have absolutely no idea, but I'm just about to start cracking down on that. So wish me luck and nerves of steel, and I'll see you next time in arguably Tomb Raider 3's toughest level. Until then, I wish you all happy raiding.